everyone's memory typically starts to fade after age 30. And bad news for the dudes. Men, our memory starts to fade faster than women after age 40. You know all this thing about losing your keys and your wallet? Joining us on 710 KURV, founder and president of Gaynor Wellness up in New York City, Dr. Mitchell Gaynor. Welcome to the show. So is there anything that we can do, Dr. Gaynor, to mitigate the loss of memory and, those senior moments that seem to be happening more often as we get older?
Absolutely. A lot of the cause of forgetting where you put your car keys, having more difficulty remembering names than you used to, especially in men, is due to vascular disease, where you're just not quite getting the same amount of blood to your brain cells as you used to.
Okay.
And that's caused by underlying inflammation in the arteries. So there are a number of things that people can do to mitigate that inflammation, which is the leading cause, of strokes, even what we call mini strokes, as well as heart attacks.
Okay, so if it's a matter of pumping more oxygen into your head, I'm guessing exercise would be a good way to do that. And
exercise, definitely.
Okay. Is there anything else like oxygen therapy or something else that we could take?
Well, there are a number of things people can do. One is omega-3 fatty acids, and you have to realize this is all happening on what we call an epigenetic level. An epigenetic means above, your genes. So, you have the genes you're born with, so you may be predisposed to premature aging or forgetfulness or heart disease, but you can change that. So some of the things you can do is take fish oil, or eat fish regularly. Cold, deep water fish has the most omega-3s. You can also get omega-3s from plant-based sources like chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, and flax seeds. There are certain B vitamins that are essential for your memory, B12, another one called pyridoxine or B6. Probably the most important vitamin for your brain, though, is a certain type of vitamin D. It's called D3.
Yeah.
And D3 is important against cancer as well, because D3 actually helps control what are called your tumor suppressor genes, but all the neurotransmitters in your brain are dependent on vitamin D3. So you should know, ask your doctor to check your 25-hydroxy vitamin D level. That is the metabolite of vitamin D3. The most you can get in a Western diet, if you eat a lot of salmon, cottage cheese, yogurt, is about 350 units. The least a person needs is about 1,000 units a day. So a lot of people do end up needing a supplement, but you should know your levels before you take one.
And that was one of my questions, and I wanted to get it from you, impartial third party, on this, because I hear it on the weekend talk shows. We get all these guys that buy block programming and say, take some krill oil, some fish oil. That's got 1,000 times the omega, juice that you need in there for your brain to improve memory. So you're saying that stuff works?
Actually, krill's very good because krill is actually just it's like a little Arctic shrimp. Very rich in omega-3s, but it's also rich in something called astaxanthins, which are good not only for your brain, but they're good for your eyes also. I actually started a site called GeneChanger.com. If people want to learn more about this, I've got recipes and juicing and newsletters.
GeneChanger.com. Joining us at 710 KURV, Dr. Mitchell Gaynor.
Dr. Gaynor, Tim Sullivan here, and sticking with his diet theme, it sounds like you're talking about foods that can keep your cholesterol down, foods that won't thicken your arteries as the best medicine here.
Yes, but one of the big misconceptions is it's not just your total cholesterol that matters, it's the type of cholesterol. So one of the things people tend not to understand, it's inflammation that's doing the initial damage to your arteries. Inflammation caused by too much processed food and too much prepackaged food, fast food. So it's white sugar and white flour. That creates the initial inflammation. Then if you're putting heat-damaged vegetable oils into your body, that damages the type of cholesterol that is most likely to cause plaque in these inflamed blood vessels. So what you want to do is you want to put foods in your body that are going to actually lower insulin levels, and foods that are capable of doing that are whole grains, preferably organic, like barley, like spelt, nuts, especially the tree nuts, like cashews, walnuts, almonds, and certain green vegetables like kale, chicory leaves, even dandelion leaves. So you have something good to do with those dandelions in your front lawn,
right?
As long as you don't spray them.
Right. Okay. So the point again here is to prevent memory loss or reduce the timeline that it may be inevitable that your memory is going to go. And speaking of that, I guess, when should one begin to suspect that, forgetting where you put your car keys may be something more serious?
Well, you should start thinking about whether you do have chronic neurodegenerative disease, if you have a history of a lot of concussions, if you played a lot of football in high school, or if, you've had a lot of falls in your life, or if it's affecting your ability to do your job or functions that, were previously pretty easy for you. Another great nutrient that you can get at a lot of health food stores is called Bacopa. And there are a lot of studies on Bacopa. That is a herb. It's a flowering plant that actually has been used in everything from children with learning disabilities to people with Alzheimer's, and shown beneficial effects on the neurodegenerative changes. Again, these are all taking place at the level of gene expression.
All right, Freddie, you know what to do with that one. That's a good one, pal. You can put that one on cloud and the Facebook link. That's a
Don't
good
forget to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got some fish oil for you. You can take. It's Dr. Mitchell Gaynor. The Gene Therapy Plan is the name of his book. He says that krill oil stuff works.
Wow.
Dude, I'm there. I'm gonna give you my free bottle. Time is 6:20 on 710
What did you say again?
It's okay, Freddie. It's all right, Freddie. Put your breakfast taco down. It's okay, Freddie. I'll just clog in the synapses a bit too much.